Hey ladies and gentlemen, the YouTube pipe community. So I want to start off by saying that this video is probably a little more solemn than my other videos. I just had a lot to say. It's not super happy. It's just really introspective, and uh, I've just been thinking a lot today. So if you want a super happy video, this probably isn't one for you today. Um, but I already recorded it, um, and just want to let you guys know. All right, here it goes. Hey, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube pipe community. Lewis here. A little bit of Captain Black grape in my grape cob. Today's Father's Day, and I'm going to apologize in advance because I don't think that this is going to be a particularly fun or funny video. I don't know. I need to ramble maybe a little bit and get things off my chest, things that I've been thinking about. So please forgive me. Today was Father's Day. This weekend has been a fun weekend. I went up to New Mexico and shot an archery tournament, and it was fun. I didn't shoot super well, but it was fun. I came home today, and my wife and kids had stayed in Kansas City over the week, and they were supposed to make it back early this evening. But unfortunately, they missed their flight. And well, sometimes, every man needs their time to themselves. A few days at a time, I've just been missing my family, and pretty bummed out that they're not here right now. They are coming in late tonight, so I get to pick them up, and I do get to see my sons and my wife. But especially today, I've been missing them. And these past couple years, I think I'd been really focused on my career a lot, becoming an endodontist, passing my boards, and I've done that. And I told myself, now it's time for my family. It should have always been time for my family. But my mindset over the past year has changed dramatically in terms of my focus on them, in terms of being a provider and protector, a protector servant, and trying to develop myself as a father. Trying to become a better man, a better father, and I think especially over the past few months that has been the case. It's been better. And the more that happens, the more I realize how much I miss my family when they're away, when I'm working. And so I've been missing my family today quite a bit. My wife has had it rough, and I give her all the credit in the world, because flying with 2 layovers with a 3-year-old and a 17-month-old, that is difficult. That is really difficult. Hell, last Friday when I went to Kansas City, I went with her. I went with them, and it was difficult with two of us. So God bless my wife. She is just a damn trooper. But I cannot wait to see them tonight. I love my family, and I love that by focusing on becoming a better father, I'm becoming a better man. I'm becoming happier with everything that I have around me. And I'm so blessed to have them. To you fathers out there, I wish you the same feeling of joy with your family, and I'm thankful to those fathers that have served as role models to me, my own father, and some of my friends even. But thinking about my own father, that's another thing altogether. My dad. So I'll give you my story. We moved to the United States from Ecuador when I was 4 years old. My dad held a position at a factory in Ecuador. Things weren't working out there. I don't know what the political climate was, whether it was politics, whether it was something else, but we moved to the United States. And I remember as a kid, my dad working 2 to 3 full-time jobs. Manual labor, fast food, doing anything that he could to provide for us. And there are certain pros and cons to that. My dad did provide to us, and he never left us needing anything. Maybe we didn't always get everything that we wanted. We couldn't make that happen, but we never went hungry, and that's thanks to my father and his hard work. And he's got a couple years before he retires here, and he deserves to retire. But it's been manual labor his whole life. And I've always tried to make my dad proud, and I've worked as hard as I could in school. I graduated college, first in my family to graduate college, then decided that wasn't enough. I went to dental school, graduated dental school. And I decided that wasn't enough, so I went through a residency program to specialize. And I just want to know that I make him proud, and that the value of hard work that he had instilled in me, that I've taken that and I've made him proud with that. That being said, that hard work that he did is a little bit of a double-edged sword, and sometimes Father's Day is a little difficult for me, because I can sometimes think that I love my father, and I'm so thankful for all the hard work he's done, but sometimes I feel like I don't know the man. And I talked about this in a VR that I did for Derek Tant. I think it's 1,000 sub giveaway. But before I die, I want to get to know my father and know what makes him tick. My dad didn't graduate from college, and I want to know why. I've never asked him. I've been afraid to ask him, and I've been afraid to ask him difficult questions, and You know, my dad's just not a talker. He's not a big talker. So I guess it kind of sorry guys, kind of intimidates me a little bit to ask him questions, because honestly I don't know where to start sometimes. Why we moved here, what makes him tick. A long time ago I found his associate's degree in a closet somewhere, and he never told anybody about it. I'm not sure why. I know he's fought a lot of demons in his life. Depression, anxiety, stuff like that. I fought with depression and anxiety too. Maybe not to the same extent. But, you know, things I know about my dad, I gained his sense of humor, his goofiness, his mannerisms, just genetic. It's just there. I have that with me. I always keep a bottle of Brute aftershave in my bathroom because it reminds me of him to open up that bottle. I remember him wearing that as a kid. My dad's a quiet guy. Today, you know, I called him, I spoke to him, and there just wasn't much there. He's, you know, making a pork leg with my mom. That's what he wanted to do. And I guess part of it not only is wondering all the questions that I have, figuring out what makes him tick, getting life advice from him. Because I've never really asked for it. I want to know what makes him tick. I want to be more open with my boys than he had been to me. And that's not big for lack of trying on his part, I'm sure. Because, again, he busted his ass all his life to provide but there's a friendship that I want to have with my sons that I feel like I didn't have with my dad. The hanging out, the going fishing, the hunting trips, whatever it is. There's a few faint memories. But I almost always did my own thing because he was working so hard. So Father's Day to me is a mixed bag, because he did instill in me a lot of values. And whether I remember lessons that he taught me or not, I don't remember sitting down and having conversations about this or that, or learning specific lessons through our conversations, but he's there. And what I said in Derek Tan's video is that I need to get to know him. I need to learn about him a little bit more. I moved out of the house when I was 18 years old to go to school, and I haven't come back. we just haven't spent that much time together since I was 18. And we honestly didn't spend all that much time together before I was 18. And that's something that I want to do, spend some quality time with my dad. And hope that I can learn things from him, ask him the right questions, learn what questions to even ask, so that any lessons that I might learn now while I'm 30 years of age, I can still pass those on to my sons. My father's a good man, and there are times where we didn't have a great relationship just because of frustrations at home. I tried not to be too much of a douchebag when I was a kid. I'm sure I was at points in time. But I don't know. I've just been thinking about my dad a lot today. I've been thinking about my wife and kids. And I've been alone all day. So I've done a lot of thinking. To you fathers out there, I want to wish you a very happy Father's Day. I hope each of you take the time with your families, and really revel in the opportunities that you have with your kids, and think about the opportunities that you have as fathers to instill values in your children, to give them aspirations and goals, and to allow them and help them to become wonderful people as you are, and help them make the world a better place in the future. I hope truly that I make my dad proud, and that I make my sons proud, and that I can pass it all on to them. Again, ladies and gentlemen, happy Father's Day. I'm sorry it wasn't a super happy video. Just, I had a lot on my mind, and I think I just needed to get it out, out of my mouth. I love you guys. Blessings and smoke rings.